All right, Hacksters, hello. We've got a double whammy for you this week. So, about 4 months ago, we reported on the Arduino Alvik, an adorable new robotics platform from Arduino, one of our favorite companies, which is directed at education in robotics. And so much so that they've got a whole mapped out curriculum for you. If you are a teacher, this could be a great way to introduce robotics to your classroom. It's about $140 and it's available now. And I believe that if you're in the US at least, you get free shipping because it's over $90 based on a new promotion that they have currently running. So let's get this open. They've even got special Arduino tape. Love it. Okay. Cut away from yourself. Okay. The magical moment. I've been waiting on this for a while, and it's just come in the mail yesterday. And I had to wait until today to unbox it. That was the longest night. Well, I won't say ever. Life is long. But check it out. This adorable little thing. It's very compact. And I had a little call with a couple of people from the Arduino team who gave me the rundown. But you can find all the info on the product page, as well as in tons of documentation pages, some of which I've linked in the description below, and also from our article from 4 months ago from my colleague Gareth. So let's get this open and have a look at what's inside. But first, the outside, because that's always interesting too. So, Alvik Robot Kit. Go further with every move. With Arduino Alvik, educators, students, and innovators can step into the world of programming and robotics at any level and go on a personalized creative journey of robotic exploration. Find Arduino blah blah blah. Find out more at arduino.cc/education. We're going to take a look at that later. And you can't see this very well in the video, but that's a nice gold sheen on there. Beautiful. It is a choking hazard. Beware. And the box has a little bit of a spoiler. It has indeed got an adorable face on it and a little time of flight sensor in the forehead that we're going to take a look at. The whole box kind of mirrors the look of the robot, but there are 7 capacitive touch buttons along the top. I'm just going to stop talking about this right now because we're just about to get it out of the box and you'll see it for yourself. Okay, so having a little bit of trouble focusing there, but seal of authenticity and all that. Look at this adorable thing! I love the color scheme on this stuff. So, courses.arduino.cc, we'll take a look at that website as well. You've got another little cute face on there, as one must. Ooh, another reveal. It's a very slow burn on this reveal here. They have a lot of anticipation built in, but also they've like couched it on all these layers of cardboard, so it's very well protected in shipping. Oh, I kind of wish that it was like looking at me when I opened up the box. I'm getting a little too deep with that there, but check out that adorable little face. You see those 7 capacitive touch buttons right on the top. Oh, I see. It's kind of facing you this way when you open up the box. So you've got an Arduino Nano ESP32 on there with an ESP32 S3 chip, which is the sort of heavier duty, so there's the ESP32 C3 and S3 that are sort of making the rounds right now. And the S3 is the higher powered version that has a bit more capability and also sucks down a little bit more power than the C3. But it definitely means that this robot has the smarts to run simple AI and things like that. Another little piece of cardboard there. Let's just do a quick tour. I'm going to finish getting everything out of the box first, though. We've got layers here. Yoink. Oh, sweet. It comes with a USB-C to C cable, which makes it very easy to work with my Mac. And then we've got, it's always lovely to see that they're still giving out, I think these are the same Arduino stickers I've been getting for like 10 years now. They're classic and they're kind of nostalgic at this point. It's beautiful that they're still doing that because it's such a big part of the thing. You always get these little Arduino stickers. You got some compliance info. Oh, this is just yeah. Thank you for choosing an Arduino board and supporting the community. All right. And it says welcome on there. Open source is love. It's very true. Okay, so taking a closer look at our robot here. We've got that Arduino Nano ESP32 at the top. We've got our 7 capacitive touch buttons. We have also got some servo motor connectors. So on the side here, on each side, you've got these high precision DC motors. You've also got LEGO Technic connectors, and we're going to take a look more about that in a minute, and M3 sockets here for M3 screws. So that's 3 millimeters across standard thread count. Here you have a time of flight sensor. So that's for either doing obstacle avoidance or letting it follow you or things like that. An adorable little face. I don't think the face actually does anything. There's no lights or anything. That might be one of the first things that I update here. But you can very easily replace that. It's quite modular. You would lose that time of flight sensor. And also along the bottom here, you have some little line following sensors. So by detecting light and dark, these are able to track 3 sides of a line with little pairs of sensors here. You've got a caster here. Oh yeah, they told me it comes with a screwdriver. I'm not sure about that, but inside of here you have an 18650 rechargeable battery, and that'll charge when you have it plugged into USB-C. So that also allows you, if you're in the classroom, to easily swap out your 18650 standard size rechargeable battery, which means that you can keep the class going or switch out between classes without having to wait for your robot to charge up, which I think is a really cool choice. It also means that this is a very modular design, which means it's very repairable. So if your battery is the thing that fails, then you can just swap that out, and those are very easy to find. So on the back here, let's take a look. We've got a bunch of expansion ports. So you've got Seed Grove I2C connectors, and then also these SparkFun Quick I2C connectors, meaning that you have all these a vast, truly vast quantity of plug-and-play modules available for you. I'm not sure why my focus is doing this, sorry. So both of these SparkFun Quick and Seed Grove ecosystems have a huge amount of peripherals available. Sensors, actuators, little displays, all kinds of stuff that you can use to augment your robot. And then you also have a couple of servo breakouts. So little 3-pin connectors, headers for servos. Yes. Hey, good to see you. And yes, it is nice. We've got both Grove and Quick on there. You may or may not know, so STM32 Adafruit's standard is also compatible with SparkFun Quick for the most part. It's just that STEMIQT, or the Quick system, is limited to I2C. I think the STEMIQT system has a little bit of extra capabilities. I'm not 100% on that, but someone can fact check me there. But anyway, STEMIQT, SparkFun Quick, Seed Grove, lots of options there for little plug-and-play expansions. You might see this little XYZ axis noted on here. Let me see if I can get a good close-up there. You have a built-in accelerometer and gyroscope for 6 axes. So the accelerometer gives you linear acceleration, helps the robot knows which way is up because it can feel the acceleration of gravity toward the ground. 9.8 meters per second squared. I remember some stuff. Oh man, I hope I didn't get that wrong. But it's education time, so we got to get in some little facts there. Anyway, so accelerometer helps it know which way is up, linear acceleration. Gyroscope helps it know which way it's turning and which way it's oriented. It does angular rotation. And let's take a quick look at some of the docs. Anything else I'm missing here? We've got LEGO Technic stuff, servos. Oh yeah, there's also an RGB LED on there. I'm not actually sure where exactly that is. Oh, and they've also labeled all the different connectors down here so that you can easily tell. You've also got a color sensor on the bottom. That's something I forgot. And it looks like there's also a MEMS microphone on the bottom of this board. So color sensor, you can have it follow different colors of lines or just detect whether it's over a piece of grass or some road on your play mat, which are, classic little first time robot activities. Let's take a look. Where is that RGB LED? We'll have to take a look at the diagram. There's a really good hardware diagram, so we're going to take a look at that real quick. So first up, we have the splash page. A new adventure for robotics and programming work. I love how it looks like it's kind of taking off into the sky here. You've got some demo videos and such. Oh yeah, you can code it in both Arduino and MicroPython, which is super cool. So I love learning MicroPython or using that on my robots because it's really easy to keep up with what the code is on your robot. So if you have your code written in MicroPython, it's saved right on the board in a way that is flash readable. So it's readable as a USB flash drive by your computer, which means that you don't have to dig around for whatever the last version of your code was, which you can also do in the online Arduino IDE. So both of those ways with Arduino through the cloud IDE or by saving your MicroPython code to your device directly will make it a lot easier than it was in the past to quickly pull up the most recent version of your code, edit it, and save it again. MicroPython is just exceptionally good at that. But they've got a whole set of tutorials. The Arduino code makes it easy if someone already knows that. MicroPython is a good bridge to full-size Python, which is good for, of course, various different types of coding. We're going to get into some more interesting stuff here, but here is the exploded diagram that I love. So you got your Nano ESP32. Aha! Is there one or are there two RGB LEDs? I think there are two. It says DL1 and DL2 here. Doot, doot. And they've got little brightness ticks there. I wish this would focus. Apologies for that. But anyway, you've got these little brightness indicators. So that's where your two little RGB LEDs are located. Very cool. Time of flight sensor, that's your distance sensor that can be used for obstacle avoidance or following you. Swappable sensor module. This is the swappable sensor module / face on the front. You can see that on the bottom of the top board here, the sort of brain of the device, there are these two little 6-pin headers that connect to the swappable module. There's 6 or 3 pins. Let's see. Not totally sure. Anyway, you've got the line follower sensor array. You've got rubber wheels, high precision DC motors, ball caster in the back, 2 connectors for servo motors, on and off switch. These are a great way to add personality to your robot with arms or ears or leggies, all kinds of stuff. I've got my own plans for building a companion bot with this, but yeah, on-off switch, love that. Grove connectors, quick connectors. We talked about these things. On the carrier board itself, so you've got the Arduino Nano ESP32 on the top here. You've also got an STM32 Arm Cortex M4 microcontroller on the carrier board itself. You've got these mounting screws holding everything together to the chassis, your 18650 battery, and everything else upside down again. In the links below this video in the description, you will find Gareth's article from 4 months ago. Be sure to follow us for lots of hardware news. So we've always got news going on. We've got unboxings, tutorials, interviews, good stuff like that. Here's the product page. As I mentioned, it's $140 US right now. And you've got all this delicious info telling you more about the courses on there. Here's the education page, also linked below, arduino.cc/education/Arduino-Alvik. You have more information about all of this, more about the programming, more about the certification standards of the course, and then also down here, you have a curriculum map. So you can download this PDF, and it shows you exactly how the Alvik can fit into your course curriculum and fulfill requirements for your courses, which makes it wonderful. Like, they've done a bunch of work to prepare this for educators, just ready out of the box, which is very cool. So you can find that on the education page. More about the swappable batteries. And this, I believe this is a Seed Grove Vision AI module, which is, broken out from one of those Grove connectors you see here with this very recognizable Grove cable. And you also have a little limit switch on here, a type of sort of it can detect running into obstacles, basically. Love those things. They're really fun to play with, honestly. And so the Vision AI module is a great way of easily, quickly integrating AI into your project, specifically AI camera stuff. Actually, this one looks like it's got a USB-C connector on it. I think it's got a Grove. Yeah, it's got Grove on the other side. So those are the two sides of it. You can find that on Newark, actually. So Seed has it for $25.99. And then if you want to use this in your project, you should totally grab it off Newark right now because they have a sale on it for $9.57. That is about $15 off. More than $15 off. Ridiculous. So go grab that if you want to do like AI on your Alvik robot. There is also the courses.arduino.cc website that we looked at a second ago that's written on the box. And check out all these different lessons they have. You can expand this. If you go to the page first, it's going to be collapsed. But you got your first steps, then back again. And yes, all of these are free content. Just going through all these different cool things you can do with it. Going pretty far into all the different stuff that you want to do with a robot. Classic line follower robot tutorial. Make them follow each other. Escape rooms. Love that. And a MicroPython 101 course. There is also a really good hardware page and an API overview. So technical summary of the APIs used to control the Alvik robot. You've got custom commands here, or a custom class. And you can use special commands with that, like is target reached, get orientation, get accelerations. So you have a really easy inroad into using that gyroscope and accelerometer that are on there. So you got 6 axes, as mentioned. That's 3 axes gyro plus 3 axes accelerometer. And the IMU is all of it all together. Tons of stuff on here. You can see on the right. There's more about the board itself. I've linked this product page in the description below. You can get the Arduino Nano ESP32. My guess is that you can probably swap out this for a different board. I was just at Open Hardware Summit last week, and we got an Arduino Nano RP2040 Connect, which is based on the Raspberry Pi RP2040 chip. And I'm kind of curious to see if like one could connect those together, but I wouldn't expect all the stuff like the MicroPython and stuff to work necessarily out of the box with that. So I would stick with the existing board, but who knows? I'm curious to see what people do with it. Like if you swap this out for other boards, what you can do. So when I saw the 2 wheels in the caster, this immediately reminded me of Sumo Bots, which were one of my first experiences with DIY robots. Oh, interesting. We've got some questions. I'll get to those in a second. The 2 wheels and the caster, a very classic, simple robot design. So, you've got tank steering, basically, where both the wheels going forward means the robot goes forward, obviously, and then the reverse is also true. And then if you want to go left, you like drive like that, and that makes the whole robot basically do this, like that, and then it goes left or right. And this is, so if you're not familiar with Sumo Bots, they're a really cute way that people fight little robots. You build custom little robots and you fight them against each other. You try to like push each other out of a ring, basically. You make a really simple robot, try to push the other robots out of a ring. This is a random page. They're not like an official Sumo Bots. I just wanted to illustrate what I'm talking about. And for funsies, I thought I'd pull up this ancient video of a Sumo Bot that I hacked into a very dangerous thingy that did in fact manage to push other Sumo Bots out of the ring. Just not by moving around on wheels. I used the wheels to attack this shuriken and a metal hook from a first robotics robot that I did that I was on my team with in high school. Check that out! It totally worked. Okay, so that was Project Anglerfish. I had to share that just because it's from 12 years ago. Can you believe that? I was building this ridiculousness at Tech Shop. It was amazing. But nowadays I'm into companion bots. So what I'm planning on doing is building a little robot based on the Alvik, and you will be able to build your own based on that. So a lot of the companion bots that I build are sort of shoulder mounted, which is what I'm planning to do with this. We got a few from Oddj, who is a incredibly popular creator who makes his own companion bots. We've got lots of other cool ones around on the site, and I would love to see more people putting their own personalities into these bots, because there's so much that you can do with them. And this platform is just designed for expansion. If you look at the expanded diagram, you know, you've got all these different connectors and such like. So please do that, and then post your tutorials on the companion bot community on Hackster. We have all these different topic channels, and my favorite one is companion bots. You've got like, you know, robotics, sensors, displays, and then like cosplay and all kinds of sports things and vehicles and everything like that. So but this is the best one. There is a good explainer by Adafruit on the difference between STM32 and Quick. If you have STM32 modules, you may be able to use them with the Quick connections on the Arduino Alvik. So I think I don't have this in the description yet, but I'll put it there. And also, talking about the LEGO Technic connectors on the sides here. So again, we've got the 2 LEGO Technic connectors on each side, and the 4 M3 screw connectors on each side. And those are compatible. Well, obviously the LEGO Technic ones are compatible with all kinds of stuff that you can find on various 3D printing platforms online. So there's things.com, there's thingiverse.com, cults3d.com, principles.com, printables, not principles. But yeah, everyone's got their own favorite here. And there's all kinds of cool stuff that you can find that even if you don't have a LEGO Technic set, or if you want to customize your own LEGO Technic pieces, you can download these and go mod them and turn them into anything you like and attach it to your robot. I think that is exactly what I'm going to do for a start. There's all these different connections or things that I'd like to connect to expand my robot and give it like a tail and stuff. So much to do. But what I like to do is you can download sort of some go away. You can download some sort of generic pieces. That's more regular Lego, isn't it? Try saying regular Lego 3 times fast. Anyway, go grab something like this and design your own model, and you can munge them together in this tool called Tinkercad, which is a very, very beginner-friendly 3D modeling online website. So you can save all your projects in there. I don't think I'm still logged in, but let's have a look. Tinkercad.com. Are we logged in? No. Okay, well, anyway. You can share your projects really easily. It's just very easy to take a downloaded model and mash it up with something that you've created, or create it in the environment in Tinkercad itself. I very much recommend that for creating your own custom LEGO Technic parts to add on to the Arduino Alvik, and that's absolutely what I'm going to be doing. So this is the product page again. As you saw before, it's $140. If you're in the US, you get, or the contiguous United States, you get free shipping on that. And yeah, so it's just an incredibly cute little kit. Actually, let me check out the questions that we have here real quick. We've got, what is the Alvik platform? Is there a long form port? So this is a small robotics kit that is designed to be easy to pick up, and it's very educator friendly. It's designed to be personalizable. You can scroll back to the start of the video if you want to see the whole tour of this device and all the different cool little features it has. But also it is, in my opinion, it actually would be, you know, I have taught robotics to like kindergartners and stuff with, for example, LEGO Mindstorms, and I think that this would be a good way for them to get involved. Also, I'm not sure what I can say about this, but I do have hints about another very beginner-friendly programming option that is coming down the line for this. So even if they're too young to do Arduino or MicroPython coding, And there are tools that will generate that type of code for you as well, but it's designed to basically be a very easy entry point specifically for educators. They've got that whole curriculum map that I showed earlier, and it's great. Elector has chimed in as well. Mixes the fun of building robots with the easy to use Arduino kits. I love this description. Yeah, and compatible with LEGO Technic and all kinds of cool stuff like we're talking about. Whatever works. $140, maybe if I was just starting out, for sure. Yeah. I've been building robots for a while. You can see a couple of my guys over here. This is Fenrir, the Fennec Fox companion bot, and Archimedes, my first companion bot, who was an owl who sat on my shoulder. They're both a little bit under the weather. I had a complicated year last year, and during the course of that, I took them out to events, and both of them decided that their servos were going to break from basically overuse. I have a tip from a friend about how to prevent that by actually detaching the servos in code between uses so that they're not constantly trying to stay put and like overheating and stuff, which I'm going to totally try. And hopefully when I rebuild them with new servos, they will be happier and not break as quickly. So they're not running right now. But anyway, I've been building robots for a while. I think this is a great way to get started if you've never done it before, and especially those, like all the different peripheral connections on there are a great way to expand it with whether you have some Grove or Quick modules on hand, or if you want to choose one of those ecosystems and dive in. It's a very rich platform, and it's very easy to attach stuff to it as well. So another feature of this platform is that they made the top extremely flat. You've got these touch controls, but also you can just sit stuff down on top of it. Obviously, the microcontroller sticks up above it, but otherwise it's very, very flat. And so that's an intentional choice on the part of Arduino to make it easy for you to sit stuff on top of it and expand it for your own personalized needs. And I'm absolutely going to expand this into a companion bot. Mine's probably going to be a little weird. What I'm planning is to take these wheels, actually, the high precision servos or DC motors, take the wheels off or connect them to some little arms and have it like sit on that so it can rotate forward and back. And it's got that accelerometer and gyro, so I'm not, or specifically the gyro, I'm not worried about it like falling over or whatever, as long as I program it properly. And have it sit on my shoulder just like that, and then use the servo connectors and the LEGO Technic expansions to basically give it little horns or ears and like a tail and stuff. And having pulled it out of the box now, I'm confident that that will be a pretty fun and ideally pretty easy thing to do. I'm going to 3D print myself some Technic and mod it myself. Thank you. I love it too. I think I've still got it somewhere, but who knows? It's been several moves since then. But it has a very near and dear place to my heart. Okay, one Easter egg, sorry. This Project Anglerfish project actually is, as I mentioned, it's like a mashup of parts from different things. When I was a teenager in Ohio, I went to this anime convention called OhioCon, which is where I got this shuriken, and the aluminum harpoon thing that you see on there is, in fact, from, as I mentioned, first robot that I helped build in high school as well. So it's got a lot of nostalgia for me, and also the fact that it could trash other robots and throw them off the ring was a huge, a huge draw for me. So it's got a special place in my heart. I'm very glad that I have video of it. Be sure to video your projects, of course, by the way. I started at Hackster because I had been doing documentation of my projects and sharing it online. So it's not only a great way to keep track of what you've like your own stuff, because who even knows where that original video is anymore? It's somewhere in this horrible mess of my office. I don't even know, but it is there on YouTube, and I've got a bunch of tutorials on Hackster where I would definitely not know where to find those photos, that code, etc. anymore. So I highly recommend that you document your projects. And of course, if you build a companion bot, add it to our companion bots community. There's also a general robots channel on Hackster, but we love to see those tutorials. I love to see them, and you'll make me smile. Just so you see, there are other types of robots on here. If you don't want to build a companion bot, you can also do like all kinds of other stuff. Let's see. Oh, a new companion bot with Arduino. Sorry, I get distracted, but I can't actually look at our own website because I get distracted. Okay, enough of this. I am rambling at this point, so I'm gonna wrap up the video, but thank you so much for joining. It's always fun to chat with people live, and I'm really excited about this. Stay tuned for a project coming down the line. We're also going to be doing lots more cool robotics stuff this year at Hackster, so be sure to subscribe on whatever channel you're watching right now. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, all that good stuff. And of course, create your account on Hackster and start sharing your own tutorials because that's what we love. All right. Cheers. Happy roboting and hack on. That's hack on. I think I kind of slurred it.